Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and you already know the vibes when I got P.stock next to me. You know what type of time we on. We here to address the culture, right, B?
Yeah, we here now. It's time to address the culture. And these are these fun shows,
Yeah.
you know, where we introduce you, you know, to recording artists, producers out there working hard on the grind, making it happen, you know, telling you what's happening with them, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what these are the shows we like. We have fun. But yeah, you know, it's time to address the culture. You know,
Man,
you know the vibe.
Man,
you know the vibe, man.
We
You
here,
know it.
man, like, and we got a familiar face, you know what I'm saying? He had to spin the block. Now, if y'all know, 2K Kent, you know what I'm saying, been out here doing this thing for a long time, man, you know what I'm saying? And the last time he was here, he was telling us about Frank STICKEMZ project, telling him how much work they was putting into it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they had to both spin the block, come through and let us know what's been going on since the last time we talked. And what's going on now, you know what I'm saying? Frank STICKEMZ out here putting in work. 2K still putting up numbers on the scoreboard. So it's dope to have them both come through and let us know and address the culture. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's the vibe. You know, we got top billing entertainment. You know, 2K Kent, Frank STICKEMZ. You know, all the way in. You know, you can't get no better than that at this level. You know, and we got them here tonight for you. You know, so. Yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. This is gonna be a fun show. You know, this is what it's about.
They hustling, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy I like. Like Hov say, I got a hustler spirit. Period. You know what I'm talking about? And when you see these players, man, they putting in the work, they putting in the numbers, and it's showing. You know what I'm saying? They putting out quality, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about just hustling in the game, P, like, do you think it's like a drought on people really hustling? Because like, everybody say they do music. Everybody's a rapper. Everybody's a producer.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing music, but it ain't too many people that's willing to put the work in.
No, they don't want to do the work.
You know what I'm saying? No. And that's what I like about these guys. You know what I'm saying?
They do the work. You know, they do all the work. They do the production, the studio, the writing. You know, they'll write for you.
Yeah,
you know, they'll produce something for you.
Yeah.
You know, you got movies, you know, Frank STICKEMZ, top billing, you know, and the Dead Ends album, I Can't Lose, the single, you know, to the movie, the Dead Ends movie. You know, so I mean, that's how they doing it, man. They work, they hustling. And like you said, everybody's an artist, everybody's a producer, everybody's doing something, you know, but not like this. You know, not at this level and the constant grind. And those people that don't put in the work think somebody else is going to do the work for you. It don't work like that. You got to put in that work. It's all about the work.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And when we talk about the work, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, people be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And like, cause like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, when we talk about rappers and producers. And that's one thing about the game, it just got oversaturated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody doing it. At one point, like it was dope to be a hip hop artist or just an artist in general because it came with a certain level of skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't everybody just feel like they can do it just because it's something to do? Now it's like a trend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you making your music, they riding around in their car and listening to it. You know what I'm saying? They making music to literally ride around and listen to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Making music for the streets. You know, and I get it. You know, I get it. But, you know, and some people start out, you know, they don't want to pay the studio time, production. So they say, I'm going to make my own beats. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they do it. And then they start getting people, I can produce you. as they build and try to build a clientele. But you're right, they don't have no outlets for it. You know, they think they can put it on the Spotify's and the plays and everything, and that's it.
And that's
but they don't put no marketing into it. They don't put no marketing money into it. They don't put no time into it. They think it's over. I put it up there. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. You got to work. You got to promote yourself. You know, so you really got to work. You got to work hard. It ain't easy. It ain't easy.
It's not. And again, like we got a representation of, we talking about getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? People that put in the work and they reaping the benefits. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes, what we gonna do. We ain't gonna take up too much time, but what we are gonna do, we're gonna pay a few bills, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna be back with that boy 2K Kent. And he gonna let us what's going on with him, his whole movement, and y'all know we're gonna address the culture. We'll be right back after these breaks.
Yes, sir.
Already know the vibes. We are back, and like I told y'all, we got a familiar face to the platform. He had to spin the block. We welcome you back to the show. What's going on with you, 2K?
What's good?
What's cracking?
Fam, man, we out here, man. You know, staying busy as usual. You know what I'm saying? Working and you know,
as usual.
Man, for real. Yes, sir.
So what's been going on with you, man? Like,
what's
I know you've been working. We know you've been working. You know what I'm saying? So kind of fill us in with what's been going on with you from the last time you split the block.
Okay, since the last time, you know, my EP had just came out around that time, and then boom, just like last week, about 10 days ago, STICKEMZ just came out. So we just released that, and we've been busy ever since, just getting everything rocking and rolling with that. And yeah, man, just been keeping the ball rolling. Putting these things out back to back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's work. Just getting that work in, man. Getting that working. Getting that working. So I mean, your new project is off the chain. If people haven't seen it, they better get up there and get on it and check it out and everything. And what's trending in that? You know, because you got a vibe for everything. For every, it seems like every situation. You got all ends covered.
I'm glad you asked me that. You know what? I noticed Don't Switch Up. People are Shazamming it, and it's been going up. I'm like, for real? Okay. We gotta, you know, push that thing. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing on iTunes a lot. Like, okay, this the vibe y'all on? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll go up with that.
Yeah. You know, it's that turn. It's gonna lead to the next one. But that's a good vibe, and I noticed that too, you know, so you know, that's what's popping, man, with that. You know, the mixtape scene, you've been crushing it with that. How's that movement going?
Going up and up. We about to do some more. You know, I'm gonna do another one. Sticks go do another one. You know, so yeah, we gonna keep that movement going.
Yes, that's dope, man. You know, people think the mixtape game like got drowned out a little bit, but it's really not true. You know what I'm saying? Like the mixtapes is really taking the place of the EPs, the LPs, and they give it that street edge. Even if it's an album, calling it a mixtape still give it that edge. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hip hop about. You know what I'm saying? So I love that you keeping that essence, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we talk about mixtapes, we're talking about hustling and grinding. And me and Pete was talking about it in the first segment. We talk about the hustle in the game. And I kind of want to talk to you about it as well as Frank when he come on. But I want to dig your mental a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and kind of see what you feel when we talk about the hustle of the game. Because everybody do music, like you said, but don't too many people have the hustle. How was you able to grab that hustle and utilize it to motivate you as well as your team?
From the beginning, coming from Filmo and being a youngster out there, JT the bigger figure, he gave a lot of people opportunities. So if you happen to get on one of them compilations with him or anything, soundtracks, he was gonna give you opportunity to make some money. Mm-hmm. Once I did that and I got my first money, like the dope game or something, I just never stopped. I just seen how it was. I'm like, oh, it's like this. And, I was seeing how they was moving it with hard copies back then, taking them for a consignment. Like the one he had with Yuck Mouth and the Gamblers, I made a lot of money off that because I was already on soundtracks with him, this, that. It was just another thing. Like, okay. And then by the time we got our own thing, it was like, oh, yeah, we know how to do this. And it was more opportunity. You have the internet and this and that, so you reaching out to more people. So I mean, the post now today, if you getting it online, that's a whole nother strategy you gotta learn. Selling,
It's easier than the mixtapes and having CDs pressed, and the whole getting the artwork done that way. Later you still got to do the artwork, especially if you posting stuff up, but it's a lot easier than pressing CDs, the hard copies, virtual people that's go download it and everything. And I believe that's the trend, because especially for people that can't afford to buy whole albums, download whole albums and stuff. So they get the mixtapes because they getting the sample of everything, so, and that's another reason why the mixtapes have never died. You're always getting everything. What's out there, and you're always getting something new and fresh.
Always. And that's a good way for people to see the artists.
It's kind of like the prelude, to what you got going. Because at the end of the day, music, that's one thing about this generation and the culture today. Like, music is so fast. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as you drop a project, like a week, well, not even a week later, the next few days, they like, where's the rest of the music? Like, they want more music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so fast these days. So, the mixtapes can help generate that and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And it builds up that buzz until you're ready to drop your full project, if you choose to call it an album. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of takes me to my next question, with you, Frank. Who in the game do you see yourself working with, or is there anybody else in the game that you would want to work with, if it's producing or on the music side as an artist?
We all want to work with Drake. He coming with the heat, but a whole lot of people. I like Doja Cat. I'll produce her.
Bro, that's a fact. Doja's dope.
I got tracks for her. Like, let's go. Man. Anybody, a lot of, and I hear a lot of good music from a lot of people. I want to work with everybody here. J. Cole dropping it, this person, that. Like, there's a lot of good music out here.
That's dope.
That's the vibe. And in doing that, it spreads the brand, but also takes your brand into the other markets. And you work with Bobby Browns and everybody in the past, and Frank coming on, he worked with everybody, a lot of people in the industry too. So that is a big badge on your resume, these days, doing that. And now to be doing everything on a mixtape vibe, mixtapes is the new marketing tool. Like Big Wall said, there could be 90 records on some mixtapes. It's digital now. There's no limit, so you can add whatever, your own commercials, how many you want, and go from there. But that's huge, and that just tells you how far evolved. I believe the technology come, like you was talking about, people wanting more and more, Big Wall, how they want more.
They do.
Well, if you look at it, they're making it that way. They're making it easier to get beats made. They're making it easier. They're making the records shorter. Pretty soon, people gonna be rapping the ringtones. You gonna get on, man. It's gonna be like one ad. You gonna get on there. Yo, get my new CD. Check it out. I'm gonna give you a sample. Yo, it's over. Cop that. Download it. You know,
For
that
real,
stuff.
man.
You know, that's what it's gonna be. You know, and that's taking away the music. And I feel we got to protect from them trying to strip that part of the music away from our culture. You know, I look at it like they're taking our music. It's like they're cutting our time down. We don't want to hear what you got to say. You know, so we're going to keep it to 2 minutes. 2 minutes when records used to be 7, 6, 5, 4. Or do you think it's because the rappers today can't do whole albums and carry whole albums to themselves?
Well, I remember even when we first got on major mixtapes, I think because of time slots and stuff, they even wanted like 3 minutes, you know, even at that time. So now, you know, even though I would say now it's kind of, you could kind of do more what you want to do more now, because I'm seeing cats with more 4-minute songs and going over 3 now, especially when I'm hearing on mixtapes. But, you know, depending, you know, because now, even with Dat Piff, not only are mixtapes on there, but people's whole albums are on there. So
that's a fact.
They still using that. You know, they got to everybody. So
yeah. What about this game beyond the success? Because when you've been doing it for so long, it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? What about the culture, just as a whole, that keeps you so passionate about it?
A lot. It's just in you, in me. You know, it's just you know, it's just in me, and just keep going. It's always something new, a fresh idea, like, you know. And you go get motivated. I mean, I can hear a Kanye something and get motivated, like, there we go, let's go, or, you know, whatever. You know, it's just in you.
Do you have a specialty like that you prefer, or is it just like you said, a feeling, just across the board when we talk about the music?
It's just a feeling. Yeah, it's life and a feeling, just everything. I just everything all in one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think the production today is great, even though it's short. I think the production is getting better and better. It's getting more creative with sounds and everything else. And like Big Wall talked about the saturation and everything, there's a lot of bad music out there, man. There's music out there I'm looking at like, bruh, why'd you do it? You know, why'd you do it?
Always been like that.
Go to school, get a trade, you know, something. You know, I mean, you know, everybody.
It shocked me, like, damn, this really, damn.
Everybody's an artist. Like you can't go too much, go too far without finding somebody that's an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just
thin skin too. They be thin skinned. You tell them about themselves, boy, they be crying. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Man, get out of here, man. You're whack. You're whack. Music rap. Go back and get a job somewhere and go ahead. Yeah, I mean, and you know, it's funny because I heard some nice melodies, you know, tracks, production that was wasted. You know, how you must horrible artist, horrible. You know, what the hell he get you at? But you know, that's what happened. But that's, I think, a part that you be talking about, Big Wall. That's the saturation part. And you hear bad production with bad artists, you know, so or the engineer, the studio. So I mean, that's why there's everybody's an artist, but they're not a good artist. You know, I mean, at least they ain't robbing nobody unless they robbing somebody to do their own work.
Man, they robbing my ears. You know what I'm talking about? They sticking my ears up. You feel me?
Yeah.
When we speaking about good artists and just a dope team, man, why don't you tell us about your roster, who you got on the team, 2K, like who you working with, Frank, and everything, and then we're gonna bring Frank in, you know what I'm saying, and let us tell us, but you just tell us from your words, who you got, who you working with, what's going on with the team.
Oh, okay. Right now, you know, of course, Frank STICKEMZ. We got another artist, Sky Ty. We getting him, developing him. And we got my boy Vert. So we got a few people that we working with and, you know, getting them right. And of course, we got surprises coming up, you know, with different artists, some signed or whatever, that we will definitely be working with, and different projects, different movies and stuff coming up soon too, and some Netflix stuff.
Okay,
Wow,
talk your shit. You
Yeah,
over there
we
getting them
just staying
checks.
busy, man. Yeah.
Get to the checks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, get on that
Yeah.
Netflix. That's how you do it. That's how you
exactly
do it.
how you do it, man. I love the energy. And we're going to keep that energy going, man. We're going to take us a quick break, pay some bills, man. And we're going to be back with 2K Kent and Frank STICKEMZ. Y'all already know the vibes, man. We'll be right back with the rest of the coach.
Let's go.
What it do, y'all already know the vibes. We are back. We are back, and we are here to address the culture.
Got the one and only Frank STICKEMZ in the house, y'all.
What's good with y'all, man? What's going on?
Man. You know,
What's
he's the
good with
ghost.
it,
You know, you hear him,
Good.
you know, you see him in the videos, but you don't get him in these too many opportunities and situations, you know.
Right,
But
right.
thanks for coming through, stopping through, bro, man. We,
Definitely,
you know,
definitely.
we're fans and followers, you know, so
Appreciate it.
we in the building. So let our viewers know, you know, who Frank STICKEMZ is and what's happening with Frank STICKEMZ.
What's going on, man? Make sure you guys can hear me. Everybody can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. We
Okay,
hear you, bro.
definitely. Just making sure. Yeah, man. Frank STICKEMZ is my artistry name. Definitely been doing music for a long time. Putting work in the game. I work with my cousin. That's my business partner. My cousin 2K Kent. We've been doing music for I want to say almost 20, like maybe over 20, 21 years.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my guy right there. That's my go-to dude. Like, that's my guy. It started off in San Leandro. I used to just come when I used to get fed up with doing music everywhere else, and it just wasn't what I want. You know what I'm saying? Or I'd be waiting on things, and so I would go to my cousin and we'd just microwave some shit. We call it microwave because of how quick we would do shit.
Right.
And we would just make hits. You know, we would just make things that would just bang. You know, and that just win. And you know, as far as the artistry, I always been there. That's what I am. I'm an artist, man. Like when it comes to this rapping, and you know, I came from battle rapping. I came from real freestyling and just real flow. You know, so it's easy to me, and I don't want to say that in a disrespectful thing, but you know, as far as the rhymes and schemes and stuff, it's a spiritual thing to me. It just comes to me. It's a connection. So if the beat calls it, then that's what I bring out of whatever the track calling for me, and that's what I'm gonna give. So I try to put everything, all my spirit, heart, mind, body into my body of work. And Clark Kent has been like, he's been my you got Frankenstein, and then you got the motherfucker that built Frankenstein, and he's like that. He's my guy.
Yeah.
He's the doctor.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
no disrespect to Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, but this my doctor. This
That's a
this,
fact.
this
That's
is where I
right.
get my prescriptions from. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
talk your shit. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's a blessing, man, to have him, and he's the one that basically kept me just really on my stuff. You know, I'm doing a lot right now. Right now, I'm in Tony. I'm singing. I'm with Dwayne Wiggins. I'm about to leave with him in 4 days. We got DC, so we about to do DC this weekend coming up, and you know, I'm just keeping the music prevalent and doing a lot. I have a lot going on. You know, my father's movie I'm working on. Slim's movie. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot going on. The Vivica Fox move was awesome, thanks to my boy Al Shabazz. He's the one that shot the movie for Vivica and paid him out his pocket, paid her out of his pocket. And that's how that whole Dead End movie happened. And that's how I was able to get that song on the soundtrack, because he asked me for a song. He was like, look, I need a record. And when I played him that record, I Can't Lose, he was like, yo, she loves this. This is the one. And I just said, go, dig with it. And it just happened to just catch fire like it did. I was always making music on the side though.
Mm-hmm.
With Bobby Brown. Shout out to Bobby. I just talked to him yesterday. So it's like, it's a lot we got going on. A lot,
Yeah.
Yeah. We glad y'all can take time out to come through and let the people know, especially
yeah.
especially since we talk about y'all so much and push y'all. So for y'all to come through and now people get to see you and get the vibe and the flavor,
Yeah, this is
and
me,
then
man.
and
With the
direct them.
parties on and off, this is me, man. What's good?
Yeah.
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 And also I want to say we just dropped this new EP. Right now we just dropped Street Knowledge, and it's just going up. AOP, the record on there with me and Bobby and Lil Bobby, rest in peace. You feel me?
Yeah.
With Paul Campbell on there, and it's going up. My Apple Music is going crazy. It's just going up. But the great thing is it's going up organically, not a whole bunch of extra this. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the organicness of it, because I'm getting real grassroots based fans. So
Yeah.
I love that. On top of me doing the Tonys with Dwayne Wiggins, I love Wayne because he allows me to do my other stuff, and he still allows me to be that. Even though I'm singing these Tony songs, shout out to Raphael Sadiq, we was just with him for the Super Bowl.
Dope.
Still I can be me. I'm the MC. So people were like, oh, so how are you in the R&B group but you're MC? I said, well, first of all, if you don't know that Dwayne, he's been making hip hop beats. He had a hip hop
Mm-hmm.
artists and everything. You feel me? He made all his tracks on the SP 1200, which is what every major hip hop artist from Talib Kweli, Black Star, all the way down was making their stuff on. So the man is a genius. And then when we go out there and we perform, he opens up a space for me to rhyme. You feel me? So the people know that I do this too. So with that being said, shout out to my man 2K, because he's just been keeping it all together while I'm on the road and I'm over here and I'm over there. I make the call to him. He's like, yo, cuz I need this. We're putting this out. Can you give me the artwork? So we be doing everything. And it's a hustle. It's just like when we hustled in the street selling CDs. It's the same thing. But now the game is just a little different. But we put our hustle into it and we do what we can. We're not sitting up here like, yeah, we got all this money and everything, but we got good music. So sometimes that good music gives us an extra push with the money that we do have to put into things. And it's just been a blessing. It's been a blessing. So I'm very honored to be amongst the greats, you know what I'm saying? And play it from the level that I'm playing. I feel like I'm in a lane of my own and how I'm doing this, because I don't really know no hip hop artists that are in the hottest 90s R&B group.
No.
I don't know nobody doing that. I think
Look.
I'm the first rap artist to do that.
Look.
So I'm really taking this in and really taking this to another level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of me.
Hey.
Yeah.
You should be. And
Yeah.
I see you over your home. I see you over there on your humble hard working. You feel me?
Word
And
up,
I
word
like that. But let's
Absolutely.
be clear. Let's be clear.
Word
We
up.
gotta adjust the culture, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Word up.
You
Absolutely.
not finna drop no names like Tony, Bobby
Right.
Brown, out
Yeah.
here moving with legends. Shout out to
Yeah.
Raphael Sadiq. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Look, we not
Absolutely.
finna sit here and see you dropping these names with legends, and we not finna acknowledge it. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's a dope look. When we talk about the hip hop and the R&B, we talk about Tony, legendary. New Edition, Bobby Brown, arguably the king of R&B. You know what I'm talking about? Depending on who you ask. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let me ask you, brother, with all that being said, and you around all this legends, all this legendary people when they can give you advice, or even if you just able to watch and just soak up the game, what have you took from working with all these legendary people that has helped you climb the ladder with your own career, bro?
Man, that's a good question. I would say more than anything, like, to never change. Like, okay, a lot of people don't get this because a lot of people get into positions and they change. A lot of these individuals that I've been around, I ain't gonna name drop anymore, but I've been around a lot, and a lot of them said, "Man, your energy, you never want to change that." I don't care what anybody says. If they feel you're obnoxious, they feel you're too over boisterous, whatever the feel. That's what got you here. And when I used to have these conversations, I have them with Dwayne all the time. But when I had them with B and just the camp and everything, they was like, "You're fire. You're a fire, and you set fire when you touch something, when you deal with something." And that could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. But to me, I don't ever feel it's bad because I always feel like it's learning experiences. It's always learning. It's always learning in this industry. And the main thing that I could say that built my character in being around these guys is that I knew that I had something to contribute at the same time, not just oh, I could do this is money wise, or I could hustle this or whatever. But as far as the music and the talent goes, I really homed into that. And every time it was time for me to execute, I executed. I never held my tongue. I never held it. And once they saw that energy, like, that's how it all began. It really came into fruition when a person put me in a position to where I was on stage and the average person in my position and the multitude that I had to do it in were froze up. Especially being somebody that nobody knew.
Yeah.
But instead, I took it and I embraced it.
You
and I
rose
made
to
it
the
mine.
occasion.
Right.
And that's what made everybody look at me like he's a star. He has what it takes. And whenever I talked with everybody in this game, every major individual, they told me the main thing that artists lose when they get into this stuff is they change their energy.
They lose
The energy changes. And see, I'm driven by the spirits and the ancestors. You feel me? Because my Haitian descent is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the ability that I'm able to do these things and how I look at it, I look at it differently than most people look at it because I was an artist first. And that means that I was willing to do anything above and beyond to be able to show what I am made of, what my talent consists of. So I never played with that. Whenever it was time to execute, I couldn't do nothing but execute. I couldn't fold under the pressure, nothing. I don't care how many people were. I performed in front of 13,000 people, and they were calling Bobby's name. So I had to come out on that stage and turn that into my stage. And when I did that, and I'll tell you when it happened. It was 3 years ago at the it was at 3 years ago at No Kid Theater when we opened. It's on YouTube. And they were screaming his name, Bobby. They was chanting, and I had to go out on stage. I had to go out and rock. When I went out there, the people just didn't know what was going on. They didn't know if I was skinny Bobby, did he lose weight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
you just can,
I had to come out there and I had to crush it. And
create your own shot. That's what you do.
I'm gonna put it like this. Jay-Z said you can never be anybody else's flow. You got to be the flow. Be the flow. That's real. If you can create the flow, you the flow. And I've always been the flow. And I can't waver from that. Whenever I come into this studio or this energy or this music, I can't half-ass it. I can't bullshit. If I'm at a Hollywood party and they give me the mic, I'm gonna scorch it. I'm not gonna. I can't do it tonight. That ain't me.
Yeah.
You
That'll
feel
be
me?
your last opportunity.
That'll be yeah. You did never get asked again.
And that's how I've gotten to the places that I've gotten to right now in my music career, because even Dwayne was like, nigga, you kicks ass. You don't play no games.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Because when it comes to this stage, it's different to me. I'm not on it on some, yeah, let me get high with my homies and drugged up. I'm coming on the stage to release that energy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm there to do. So when it's time for me to come perform, I'm performing. When I go and do these Tony shows, I'm performing. People are like, Dwayne is a genius. He got two wild ass animals performing and they're killing this shit and doing it well. And it's because I'm an entertainer. And
Yeah.
I take the entertainer part of this industry and this business seriously. For
Yeah.
me, it ain't
Yeah.
just yeah, I can do this. I see how some of these artists do. And I don't knock nobody, but I'm a little different.
Yeah.
I take this thing a little different, but because I come from hip hop. I come from pure raw hip hop. I come from the real shit, the Wu-Tang Clan, the Cool G raps, the big puns.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
I come from the real hip hop era.
Yeah.
You feel me? I went to New York. I made New York mine. I was up and down Harlem, all at Taj, killing shit. All at Max Fish, killing shit. They had to be like, who? This nigga's different. Period.
Yeah.
He's the energy. And I said, man, that's what it is. I don't get lost in the sauce of this shit. I just execute. And my cousin will tell you that's why the music speaks volumes. And another thing, I know people do what they do on their social medias and everything with this music shit. I'm just now getting savvy with this shit. You can ask my cousin. I didn't give a fuck about that shit. All I wanted to do was perform and make music and put it out and get people to come to it. All this extra shit that you got to do in the industry now is crazy to me. But my cousin's like, this is what we got to do. So we've been doing it. And that's just what it is. We've been doing it because when it comes to the music and the meat and potatoes of the gumbo, it's crazy. Every time we give you something, you're gonna be like, God damn. So it ain't gonna never be a hit and miss. It's never gonna be a hit and miss. We put something out, you're gonna be like, God damn, this is fire. Okay? So, and how we know that is because we've been on certain things, we've done certain things, like we just did Clubhouse. We was on Clubhouse. Shout out to Peep Gameplay Lame and Mike Jones and all of them that got that shit going, and Money Train Love and all of them over there that's doing thing, R dot everything. I came on that show and there was at least 100 artists, and it ended up being me and their artists that was at the end because I kept presenting music that they couldn't deny. Every time they was like, all right, let's play his record. My record came on, it was like, I'm sick of this nigga. So at the end of the day, I wasn't mad that I didn't win the prize, the contest and nothing, because I knew from what they were saying out of their mouths, the music speak volumes. They was like, this nigga's ready already. You feel me? So I respect that. I only did it to see if the reactions was what we thought it is.
Yeah.
And it is. And so me and my cousin have homed this style and put together the top billing champagne for breakfast shit. And I love working with Wayne because he allows me to do this shit outside of my Tony shit. And it's all love. Whatever I put out, Dwayne pushes. Whatever he do, he puts out there. And then he allows me to go on stage and perform it.
Yeah.
So the platform I'm using correctly. So a lot of people talk that shit about, yeah, we don't got opportunities and everything, but you be around motherfucking, you just don't know how to present yourself and make the situation happen. First thing you got to do is build your body of work. But I've always had a body of work. You can ask anybody, Yuck Mouth, anybody. Frank STICKEMZ, that boy got a body of work. They know this. But it took me a long time to put things out because I went through a lot of stuff with certain producers that produced me and all of this. And they like, okay, you a Tony now. So we know you doing this. You done made moves with Bobby. You done been with this. You done been with Shaheem the Brother Child. You done all this stuff. So we know this is what we want. And I'll be like, come on, bro, let's go back to what we agreed upon.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
business.
We agreed
Yeah.
upon putting the project out and what we make. Cause bro, I'm not greedy. If we go put something out together, we gonna make money together. I'm not
Yeah.
into the fuckery. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? I'm trying to bless. So if because I believe in my music like that, I don't need to fuck people. I don't need to do any flim flam bunko shit. All I want to do is give people some good music, bro. And if they
Talk that
like it, they
shit.
love it. Let's push the shit, and we gonna push it what it is. You feel me? That's how I got on the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I am hip hop. Shout out DJ Jazz. I am hip hop 135. I murdered that shit. I was on there with everybody in the game, everybody. You know, and just to be able to be accepted, to be put on that pedestal with all those name brands with me, and I'm holding my own on the project.
Yeah.
You feel me? So being able to put all of that in perspective, and as long as I've been at my grind, it's starting to pay off
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we're putting the shit out. We got the team now. I got everything together. I remember when it was just me and him, and we was just trying to figure it out with his baby on his knee,
Yeah.
and he making the
Yeah.
beat,
Lolo.
and I coming them up after hitting the streets and making my hustles and bustles. Drop the weed on the table with the money and everything, and we start working.
Yeah.
2, 3
Yeah.
in the
Feel me?
morning,
Feel me?
we working.
Mm-hmm.
Then I tell him, yo, cuz you got to move to LA so I can have you as a satellite. What did he do? He did that. You feel me? So now everything is where it is. We got Dash Radio. I got another interview coming up. I got other stuff that I got to do because now it's starting to all make sense. And that
Yeah.
took time to put together because I had no team. I had no situation to do that because every situation that I tried to get into, everybody was out for themselves.
It wasn't meant for
Everybody,
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I knew, I was like, damn, I'm doing all this work and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? And so I got fed up with that shit. And I got to the point where I said, cousin, me and you are gonna do this. We're gonna use our connections and everything. And the great thing is being connected like I am because I'm around everybody. I'm on tour with everybody, Robin, Thick, everybody. So I'm able to, you know, hey yo, check this out. And they loving this shit. Okay, let's do this. You know,
Yeah.
we was just with Keith Sweat, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a
Yeah.
record with Sweat that you know what I'm saying, I want to get Sweat on. So next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, yo, Sweat, what you think of this? Let's put this together. And it's just about like opening your mouth and saying something, you
Absolutely.
know,
Something. Yeah.
really like
Yeah.
I'm not shy, man. I'm not shy because I believe in what we're doing. So I'm not just to sit around and act like I'm just to go get mine. If I'm in an opportunity and the position presents itself, then I'm gonna be always ready. Like Nipsey said, opportunity meets preparation, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm always ready. When that
Talk your
okay,
shit.
opportunity, let's go. You feel me? Oh, we need to do
Mm-hmm.
this, let's do this. My cousin like, yo, woo, I'm like, yo, cuz, send that whole suit. So that, like, we not playing. We got this shit already mapped out. So all we
Mm-hmm.
got to do is put it in perspective. We dropped this EP. I got another crazy EP with my guys up here in Money County that I did project with them called King Circle that we're about to drop. And in the summer, we dropping the project with me and Bobby, executive produced by my cousin 2K and Bobby
Mm-hmm.
Brown. You
Yeah.
feel me? So
Got your
I'm
foot on their
just
neck.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
me?
bro.
Amen.
I'm
Yeah.
not really caring that people are not seeing it on a major. It's going to eventually get there
Yeah.
the way we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. I'll slow grind it right now because I'm doing the
Yeah.
Tony shit and I'm doing everything else. And it's great because I'm going places. I done been to Africa 3 times. I'm the musical ambassador in Ghana, like all
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff, bro. So being
Yeah.
able to have those connections, I got records with African artists and stuff. We were on tour with all of those cats before they even came over here. We was with
Yeah.
Davido and Burna Boy and all that. We saw them first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So to be able to come and bridge that gap and put everything in perspective, like I just did another joint right now as I'm speaking. My dad, we're working on my dad's movie situation right now. And shout out to my management on that side, Sloop and In the Game Entertainment, Sloop the Game Streets. She's tenacious. She's handling big things right now. We are in the process of this one situation that I'm doing for my father with all the famous players, and we
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna. I'm not gonna give it all up right now. But I got this record with me and my dad and world famous Worldtopia Rhodey Mac, and through my guy Rhyme World from New York, and you know the boy Sauce Money was like, the record is fire. This kid is out of control. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's coming out of Sauce Money mouth. Sauce Money just don't be like, he's a cynic. He's like, if that shit ain't hot, it's not hot. But I
Yeah.
think this song that's about to come out called Black Jesus, oh my God. Like, I'm not playing.
But you over there walking on water? Huh?
Man, I'm not playing. I'm giving the game. I'm giving the ism. I'm talking to him. I'm
Yeah.
talking to him. I'm giving you one-on-one game on how to knock them, send them, and
Yeah.
not get blended. You feel me? Like, I'm
Yeah.
cold with this, right?
Yeah.
I'm Harry Potter at this shit. I'm not
Talk
playing.
that
Come
shit.
on, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, for real.
That's
So
right.
we got these things in play, and we working on that right now. So my peoples just came up here, shot Pops, did everything he had to do with that, the pictures and everything, and we putting it all in perspective right now. We're getting ready to drop the single, the GOL thing. So I'm constantly putting little moves and
Dropping.
stuff everywhere. Yeah.
Dropping.
Then
Yeah.
I'm working on this NFT for my project I did with my people's Moshe from Cyto P, and I got a record on there with me and Planet Asia. Shout out to the God, that's my God. Me and Asia go way back, man. You say, all you got to do is say, Asia, you know French STICKEMZ, and he gonna be like, yo, that's the God. That's my,
Yeah.
come on.
Mhm.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. I fool with the real rhymers. Don, shout out to Don. You feel me? Doing big things with the Black Lightning joint on Netflix and all of that. That's my dude, Don, Mitchie Slick, Feel the Agony. You know what I'm saying? All my guys out there, Strong Arm Steady, Truly Odd. I mean, come on, man. I'm from the era, the Far Eye, all that, man. You know, we have a lot of history in this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
cause I came from the underground. You know what I'm saying? And me coming from the underground, I've graced the stage with a lot of greats that weren't great, and now they're great. You
Yeah.
feel me? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? One of them that was on the stage with me in LA is now super great, and that's Eminem.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You feel
Legendary.
me?
Legendary. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Legends
real. That
make
was it.
legends. You know what I'm saying?
You feel
And
me?
like you've been in the game for a while, man. Both you and 2K.
2K.
And I want to ask
Absolutely.
both of y'all this question. If it was something about the game that both of you guys could change, what would you change?
Wow. The first of all, if there was something that I could change about the game was because it's so much. But the first thing I would say is how real talented artists get opportunity.
Yeah.
Because that would change. That would change. This garbage, not saying it's all garbage, but the garbage that they accept wouldn't even get the light of day. I think that a lot of real artists is real dope, super Saiyan beings in hip hop have got
Yeah.
washed under, because of the lack of money, the lack
Yeah.
of clientele, the lack of studio woo-woo, the most ratchetest contracts.
Yep.
There's so much. I've talked to so many artists, bro, that are so dope. I know an artist right now that I'm trying to do something with him, and he is just ridiculously dope. And he's finally getting himself to a place where he's letting the people know because he's working with somebody that I put him with.
Yeah.
But my dude is so dope. Like, it's just no question. And that's what I say. Like, that would be the first thing. Like, there would really be signing real artists, real dope artists, not what they sign now. What they sign now is just everybody's in the same bag. Everybody's
Disposable.
in the
It's all
same bag.
disposable. It's
Everybody's in
disposable.
the same.
Me and
My
2K
thing,
talk about that all the time.
man,
Disposable music.
like my wife is Pretty Girl Shay. She does music. She's working on her EP right now, about to drop and everything. And she is just different. She's dope, but she's different. She's not what everything else is going on. She's in her own lane. So when she drops, she's gonna just kill the world. She's gonna be a pop. I call her a hip hop pop star because that's where it's gonna go with her. Soon as they get the drip of her, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, the real artists don't really get it. They don't get the chance. And it's like the ones they do, they're only handpicked. They're handpicked, man. They're
Mhm.
handpicked, man. Cause I know some. Oh my God, bro! Like I've crossed some amazing beings.
Yeah, it's a lot of dope
Like
artists that got lost in the shuffle.
A
Cause
lot of
like you
dope.
said, they don't got enough followers. They don't get enough
that
likes. They Instagram ain't this and all of that stuff that ain't
it
got nothing to do with the music. You know what
it
I'm
would
saying?
be right.
Yeah,
It would be a special department for them. It would be like if this was to me in the game, I would have a department for these
Just
kind of
for
artists. There
that.
would be management, there would be scouts
yeah,
looking for just this.
yeah,
This is what we need.
yeah,
We need to have not with all the talent.
yeah,
Because they can give them everything. You see what I'm saying? Can't give them the talent though. You can't give them the talent. You can't.
Mm-mm.
You can't. All you can do is feed people something until they start to just say, okay, I'll accept it. And that's really it. But
yeah.
when it comes to like real ability,
Talent, yeah. Like
Yeah,
longevity,
you ain't getting, yeah.
yeah. You know
shout
what I'm
out, shout
saying?
out, shout out Corday. I love Corday.
Yeah, Corday
Shout out
dope.
Corday.
Corday
Corday
dope.
to me, Corday is like the last of that shit. He's like really, he's like one of the last of our breed.
Of that era,
Him
that
of
yeah,
our era, and it's
yeah. That's a
crazy
fact.
because when you and it's like when you listen to a lot of these cats, I love all these cats, bro. I listen to them. They're all in my playlist. I rock so many cats. Playboy Cardi,
Yeah.
YB and Neighbor, all these cats. I with all of them. I love them. You feel me? But when it comes to me, listen, I want to hear something that's gonna do me. I gotta go to Griselda. I gotta go to.
Uh,
You feel me? It's like
Yeah.
and I gotta go to certain looks in that form because I know
yeah,
what I'm looking for. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because I come from a certain patch
yeah,
of this hip
Of
hop
the
era. I come
game.
from a
Yeah.
you feel me? I come from a
Yeah.
certain
That's
lineage,
real.
so I
I
want to hear.
understand. Yeah,
You feel me? So I'm not knocking none of the new shit because I rock with it too. It's all a vibe. It's all a great energy. But
Mhm.
this game cannot go without that energy. Everything else is just what it is, but you can't take from the original root. You gotta keep something coming from the original root. That's why they gotta keep certain things. And I noticed that in the industry they've cut out a lot of things. Like we don't got what's that label? We don't got Loud no more. You know what
No,
Loud
loud.
did?
Yeah.
Loud looked for
That
those
was
kind of
my
artists.
label. That was my
shouts out to
label.
P.stock.
Yeah.
That was
He
my
one of them loud
Oh,
representatives. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Loud
saying?
records, man.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
I
Yeah.
was there doing it.
Loud Records were the record company for our kind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we took the chances with the artists
You
that
sure did.
nobody else
You
wanted.
sure did.
The Wu
You sh-
Tangs,
the
the Big
Buster
Puns,
Rhymes, the big.
Buster,
Come on, man.
Everybody, man.
MOP,
Every.
Woo.
Come
you
on,
know,
bro.
That's
Mash Out
fire right
Posse.
there.
Come on, man. Like
yeah,
these.
everybody.
Come on, man. Mob Deep. Come on, man.
The mob.
Noriega. Loud had every fucking dope artist, man. Like
Yeah.
Loud. I don't understand how Loud gave.
We
And
had
to me, it's
Outcast. We had Outcast for a while. You
and
know, I'll tell you what. Hey Frank.
Outkast.
Man.
Hey Frank, I'll tell you what happened. This is what happened. Steve thought he could do Russell and sell Loud to Sony, and then keep control of it. Because when he did that, they brought relativity up. That's when 3-6 Mafia came,
Yep.
Exhibit,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
everybody came up from
Yep.
that. And when
Right.
that came up, he thought he could control it. That was the beginning of the end. Everything went down. Pun died on his second project. That's when I came in on the It's So Hard project.
And I was in New York when that project dropped. I was
I was
in
there.
New
We was
York
there. Yeah, we was
when
there.
that project, the Yeah Baby
Yeah, we was
album.
there.
That bro, we was in
That's
New York the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
time. I was killing New York when that Baby dropped, man. When that
yeah,
Pun album dropped, I was like, yo, this shit is on fire, bro. And it's crazy that it dropped and he was gone already. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
So like it was hard for people to really accept the album like they really was supposed to because Pun wasn't here. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
So like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
man.
so hard. Yeah, it
It's
did.
like the game now. Like shout out to Snoop with Death Row, and I hope Snoop put some real hip hop artists over there and really give it a flair that it's
Give it,
supposed to have, man.
give it a
It's just
chance.
hard now because a lot of cats that really did this shit, that really did that, either they gave up, you feel me? A lot of them committed suicide. It's a lot
Yeah.
that went along with this, man. It's just crazy, man. You know, I think Cannabis at Loud, wasn't he over there?
Cannabis came through. He was Def Jam. I thought he was
Yeah, he
with
was
Def
Def
Jam.
Jam. He was Def
He
Jam.
was
He was
Def
Def
Jam.
Jam. Pardon that.
Cannabis was Def Jam. You
Right,
know,
right. You feel
we had
me?
Exhibit for a minute.
Yeah,
You know,
y'all had
I mean,
the
the
other ones,
people
the
I got
ones
to
that they
work with.
skipped over.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
That's what it was. You
Mob
feel
Deep,
me?
you know,
Come
Mob.
on, bro. Come on.
I was lucky because I was running with
Wow.
Messiah and Civilized. You know, so I was
Wow.
A&R with them. So and
Wow.
Spiv got me in. He got me in Violator. I had artists, females up at Violator. You know, so
Wow.
then we spun the block to Loud. Once he
Shout
got
out
up
Lady
there,
Luck.
yeah, Lady
Yeah.
Luck. Yeah. But once he got up there, he brought me up there, and that's where I learned. When you talk about Steve Rifkin, that's where I really learned how to market and promote music. You know,
Right.
because Steve was the one that came out with Street Sweepers and all
Right.
that going down.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and was
Steve
into that.
Rifkin was a beast. So
Yeah.
check this out. On the Def Jam shit. So a lot of people be like, yeah, Frank, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing music and, you know, and all fast. I said, but you got to understand, I paid my dues in all the facets. I work for Def Jam West up
Mm-hmm.
here. I work
Yeah.
for Rob Love. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? So Rob Love was over Def Jam West up here in the
Yeah.
Bay Area.
Yeah.
The Def Jam West headquarters was at this store called 2000 Exclusive that was right there on Lakeshore Boulevard in Oakland. It was ran by AV and Novi, and these dudes were from Virginia. They were from
Mm-hmm.
VA. And every time Def Jam artists came into the Bay Area, they would come there for headquarters and go to T.Y. Uzi's and all of that. You feel me? With
Mm-hmm.
us, not Saphir, what's his name? Siddiqui. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about,
yeah. I know
okay?
what you're talking
So
about. Yep.
Sadiq and all of that, you feel me? So everybody used
Yeah.
to be over there and they used to meet there. So I was with Red and Method Man for the Month of the Man tour up here. I went and bought the niggas Timberlands. I drove around in the fucking the Def Jam van doing the promotions. I did all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
work.
I
Yeah.
did all of
You
that. Me
use
and
the
my
street
boy.
king. You was
Yeah,
the street
yeah,
king.
yeah.
Put in that
Absolutely.
groundwork.
Now you take all that and apply it to your own
That's what I'm
everything.
doing. That's what we
Everything you
doing.
do. Yep. Like
Shout
we
out to my
do.
boy, rest in peace, my
Just
boy
like
Earl Hayes. Because
yeah.
me and him worked for Def Jam West together. Earl Hayes was the boy that was signed to Aftermath. That was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got signed to Floyd and shit
Yeah.
with Money Team. And then then he offed himself. Rest in peace, my brother, man, and all of that. But, it's crazy how time flies and goes through different variations and conundrums.
Mm-hmm.
We come out. Some people come out in the middle, the bottom, and on top. And I just know how to swim, really, bro. When the
Yeah.
tide started moving, I just kept moving, man. That was my biggest thing. Was me and my cousin was like, we're gonna keep moving. Even when the Bobby thing, when I was done with the Bobby thing, it was like boom. Right, I came out the Bobby thing, I went into the Tony thing.
Yeah.
And that's all from relation, and that's
Yeah.
having that connection. So me being able to constantly move and keep relevant and use the platform to push my thing is love, bro. That's the best power I can have. Now I'm
That's the
just trying
best
to
of
up.
both worlds.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to up the pay grade and get to pay more, So I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting everything I'm supposed to get out on both sides.
Yeah.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So yeah, it's a work in progress, but I'm not mad at it because I'm a lot farther than where I was. You know what I'm saying? And I got some cushion. You know what I'm saying? You
Safety
feel me?
nets. Ain't nothing like good
Yeah.
old safety nets. You know what I'm
Come
talking
on,
about?
man. Got some
Yep.
cushion,
It's
man.
funny. Hey Frank, it's funny. You was talking about how you got 2K at that time, to go to LA. I think that's about the time I met you, 2K. About the time you was getting ready to go because you remember we was working on that Giorgio project. We had that Giorgio project and all that stuff, and Salton introduced us.
Wow.
And we've known each other since. Been talking and working. With iHipHop, that was the start of iHipHop too. The foundation where
Wow.
iHipHop was kicking off.
Yeah.
Independently, man. And I can tell you some stories about some stuff we went through there, but Giorgio
Man,
was that was the campaign, and that's when I met 2K. So that was probably what
wow.
10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere around that time. Yeah,
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 we've
man.
been out here for a minute, but yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And we been moving.
Yeah, I told him, I said, like I told my cousin, I said, you got to move to LA so you can move and shake like I need you to, you know? And it's been a blessing and I just an honor that he's just able to operate like he does, you know? And he's always had my music and I've always kept things with him and everything that I do, I send to him and I'd be like, okay, boo, get it together, let's do this. And then we talk on the phone for like 2-3 hours on concept for album covers and how
Yeah.
we want to do it and just basically, you know, just keeping it really just as simple as possible. It just sometimes people make things complex. So
Hmm.
if we can just let ourselves be free with this and do it on accordingly, a lot of things just kind of come together organically and magically. So that's what we just been doing. We just been working on the magic, really. Like we've been working on the magic. We've been working on the magic for years. And it's like now it's really magically construed because everything is all in the pot, the connections, everything that I needed, we got all of that. So now we just taking the music and doing what we need to do. And we're trying to take it to the next level so that we can do more, you know. So
Hmm.
I'm just trying to stay at my pace. I'm the flow. I'm not
Yeah.
really trying to race and be a next to who's and what's and what. I'm just trying to be one that the person can speak on and say, man, that boy dropped good music. He always
No.
has some great shit to
That's a
bring,
fact.
and people love that shit. And that's
Hmm.
it. And that's it. That everything else is gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything else
that's
is gonna
big.
come.
Yeah,
That's big.
yeah. Everything else is a plus. That's my mentality as well, man. Like you gotta stay focused, put all the nonsense to the side, and stay focused, man. Like
That's
me
it.
personally, I love it when I'm playing together. I love when you have a goal, when you can set them up and knock them down, man.
And you
And it
fulfill it.
sounds like you got that, brother. Both of y'all, man. That's
And you
why I
got
say,
the
Absolutely.
team. You got 2K. That's the
Come
team
on,
right
man.
there.
We out
2K.
Real
here,
You
man.
shit.
know, hey,
Hey,
and
hey,
Frank.
Line.
hey.
Go
Uh-huh.
ahead.
Line.
Go ahead, Frank.
I
Let
said,
him have it.
it's funny because me and 2K, we like we like Rockefeller, man. Like real
talk your
shit. Like
shit.
Feel me?
how what it is. Like and it's funny to say that because I was just talking to Kenny from Chris Strong. That's a good friend of mine. I've been working with Kenny for a long time. We've been doing a lot of under
Mhm.
stuff I would speak on. Me, Kenny, Alan Anthony, they was the group Chris Strong that was signed from the Bay R&B to Rockefeller. And they had this song Up in Smoke. I'm full of smoke. And
Mhm.
so me and Kenny was talking, and every time I come to LA, me and Kenny have a sit down and we put something together and everything. You know, he was playing my stuff for Jay, and you know, it's a long story. That's a whole nother interview. But
Mhm.
We gonna spin the block. Don't even worry
Yeah,
about it.
me,
yeah. You'll be back. You'll be back.
it's good, it's good.
You'll be
I
Get
got a
back.
to him.
lot to talk about, but
Yeah.
like
You'll
I
be
said,
back,
man,
man. We got
just
iHipHopTV, address the
just get the
culture,
man.
everything.
I love it all, man. Just make sure y'all go and get all the music, man. I got a lot of stuff out there. I got the Black Inform project out there. I got the Killing Them Harshly project on there. And the Killing Them Harshly project is just a project we threw out there. Just I call it a brain fart, like because I was in my mind state that I was in at that time. It just was a release of everything, and it was recorded the way it was recorded, and it just we decided to just keep it the way it was because we was like, well, fuck it, let's keep it grinding. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I don't like shit too polished, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you know, and I think that's what I loved about Loud and Raucous Records.
Yeah,
The music was
Raucous.
it
Hmm.
was grimy. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
it had a pain
Saigon.
and yes, sir. Saigon's my
That's my
guy.
guy.
Yeah,
Man,
me,
shout out
me
to
and
my boy
Civ,
Saigon.
me and Civilized did his Abandoned
Man,
Nation. We did his Abandoned
okay,
Nation project
okay,
that led
yeah,
up to him getting on the Rockets.
yeah,
Mm.
man. Definitely like Saigon, man. That's another artist. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, whoo, like sometimes I like to give you that feel. That's why on the song that I did called Abaddon, it's
Hmm.
like it's like the energy on the record is just different. And even though it has the trap feel, it's still different. It's still something different about that. And even though it has the trap feel, because 2K made it, you feel me? But it has a different phenomenon. It has a different energy that pulsates through it than the normal trap music. You know what I'm saying? And I try to emphasize on that when I do work. I try to give it a spin, and that's what make people be like, you know what, this is, but this is, I hear it, you doing your thing, you know. And so a lot of people give me that energy, you know. And it's a lot of things, right? We got so much in the vault to bring to y'all. Is out of control. And I have ADHD, so imagine what my body of work is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 You feel me?
Going.
And
You
I'm
like
not
Kanye
afraid to,
studio.
you feel me?
Doing
Like
song after song, man. He get it in,
82
nigga.
bars in one drop. Like, that's what I do, man. My wife gets mad because I rap too much. Like I rap too much. Like she was like, "Oh my god!" Like, come on.
That's your lifestyle, though. That's your career. That's Frank Stickem.
Right.
So,
But like she be like, she like, you at home right now. You gotta be you. You could be Frank Stickemz out there, but I need you to be Terrence in here. So, you know, King Osiris. So my mindset is, but my brain never shuts off. Like, I'm rhyming right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm flowing in my mind right now. You feel me? Like, niggas like, yo, spit out 16. It's already there. So it's not a hard thing for me. That shit is simple to me. It's like when you go to the bathroom, you got to piss, and you know it's right there. It's right. As soon as you get to the stall, it's like, So it's the same thing with my mind. My rhymes are like that. It's like release. It's like vomit. When I did it for Bob, he lost his mind. He's like, nigga, spit 82 bars. So it's like, you know, that shit's easy to me. So it's like, that's how I look at it, man. It's like a muscle memory thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and you got greats. You got Kendrick Lamar, you got you got Logic, you got Planet Asia, you got so many artists I can go down the line, you feel me, that I'm loving right now. You feel me? You know, I'm loving Eminem and still making records and showing these dudes can't be fucked with. Like, what are you talking about?
J. Cole
like,
just got the project.
J. Cole,
J. Cole shit crazy too. Cole crazy. Cole is crazy.
Yeah.
J. Cole's another one. He's another one. J. Cole is like, to me, J. Cole is the next. He's in the J. He's in the J.
He's in that bag,
yeah, he's over there. He's like up there. So, you know, you got the Kendricks and the J. Coles, but really, J. Cole is a whole other thing than Kendrick is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's a beast, but J. Cole's ever since Cold Summer, Cold World, he's been out of control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
if you putting Cole on the J side, you'll put Kendrick like on some Nas type. And not to say that it's different.
There you go.
There you go. Nas, they legends.
Nas has been dropping some hot stuff too. Really hot.
Yes, he has.
Hot.
Nas is not to be fucked with. What are you talking
Not
about?
at all.
Okay, and then you can't forget the hardest MC ever to touch the game bar from bar, which is Jadakiss.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, look, like we've been having this argument, you know what I'm saying, with a few of my people. Pound for pound, who's better than Jay? I mean, Jadakiss. Besides Jay-Z, if you gonna name Jay, but pound for pound, who's better than Kiss?
First of all, this is what I'm gonna say. I don't even think Jay-Z wants any problems with Jadakiss. You've never heard Jay say anything about Kiss. Ever.
The closest person to Jadakiss is Fabulous. People sleep on Fab. Fab got bars. You know what I'm talking about?
Correct.
Closest thing to Kiss is Fab to me.
Listen.
Real talk.
That's why Jadakiss and Fab did a project together. Frank Jason.
Absolutely.
That's why they did that. Because bar for bar, nobody's fucking with it. Now, here we go. Hold on. let's not forget my young man, Corey Guns.
Oh,
yeah.
He's from another planet.
Yeah,
He's
Guns
from
is a boss.
another planet. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got Corey Guns, right? Then you got what's my other cause bro, I'm on it. Okay, you got Guns, Out of Control. Then you
RJ
got
Payne. I don't know if y'all know about RJ Payne.
I think I heard it, bro. I think I
RJ
heard him.
Payne is
I ain't really
a beast.
So you got
Mm.
okay, so you got who I just said, right? Because I'm lit. I be lit all the time, so I gotta remember. So you got Jadakiss, right? You got Fabulous, right? You got Corey Guns, right?
Yeah.
Then you got who else bar for bar? Bruh, just
Well,
Corey's just
let me ask you about Drake. Let me ask you about Drake.
You got Jay Electronica.
Oh yeah, Jay Electronica. Yeah, he's a legend. I actually got the opportunity to tap in with him at the Nas Experience concert. It was Nas, Talib Kweli, and Jay Electronica before he got off.
He's bananas. He's bananas.
Man, and we talk about
that's my level.
Yeah.
That's my level of the game. That's my level. I sit with those guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can sit in a room with them and go bar for bar with them. You
God
feel
MC
me?
shit.
Those are the kind of guys that feed my energy and my ego. They give me that power and that energy when I listen to them. I go listen to Jay Electronica's anything. Exhibit A, Exhibit C. It's like it's out of control the way he's parable and paraphrases remind me of myself and everything. I just the way that they go. Now, I said just those two. Now you got Benny the Butcher. Griselda, ridiculous.
Yeah.
These dudes really rap. You feel me? Really rap.
Oh, we talking about rappers. We talking about Crooked Eye. We talking about Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz.
Yeah.
So, but like we talking about bars.
Let's go.
Lloyd Banks.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let's go.
We talking about bars. You know, Lupe Fiasco. We talking about bars. Bars. It's a different caliber. We not talking about just music. We talking about bars.
Yeah.
You can hit that rewind. You going back like again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another motherfucker that I like. He from the South. I think he from either Atlanta. I don't know where he from. If I ain't mistaken, but Caskey. Super raw. Super raw. And I've been following his shit. I've been following Caskey since the beginning. I've been following him.
Yeah, Caskey.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, like, that dude is one of them dudes, and Yellow Wolf too. And
Yellow Wolf.
And he's a white boy. Like, and let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about bars, we moving the color lines. We're gonna blur the color lines for a second.
Absolutely.
We just talk about bars. You know what I'm saying? That's it, that's all. Not your fan base, not how much money you got, none of that. We just talk about bar for bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to come from that caliber, your music gotta match that.
You gotta match it. You gotta match it. You gotta match it, because the history of the rap game is, you know, the people that got the bars, that really got the bars, don't get the props and the shine that they're supposed to get. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it.
What happens is they get handpicked.
Yeah.
Only a chosen few they go, okay, we're gonna grab him, we're gonna grab him, and we're gonna grab him. And that's how we got the Kendricks and the J. Coles. And that's how we got them, because these dudes was doing shit. I mean, shit, J. Cole was in college and shit. The Dropout was going through all kind of shit. Moms, all kind of shit. And so for him to put that project together and get it, and people don't even know of the Rock building and waited for Jay for hours in the rain.
And Jay walked past him, threw his CD, threw his music away.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. Jay walked away from J.
That's
Cole.
what cats do, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's a
do that.
fact.
I should
That's a
see it
fact.
out. Stuff go and
And
violator.
that type of shit'll break a motherfucker's spirit if they're
It
not
will.
strong
Yeah.
enough.
It
Yeah.
will.
If they're not strong enough. And
Yeah, you
you
gotta
see it
be
all the
strong.
time.
Got to persevere.
That's
Mhm.
right, and he did. That's why he was able to
That's why he
excel
got
in the
back.
things that he did. Exactly. Because he was like, man, fuck that. I'm about to go do me another one. And I peeped the whole energy. Now let's go to Drake. Because you said Drake.
Yeah, I mentioned Drake. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Drake is very talented.
That's a fact.
And I can't even like front.
And let's be clear. I don't want to cut
I
you
can't
off.
front.
You can't say Drake ain't had the dopest run in hip hop history. Like,
Drake
what
is
we at,
hip-hop.
10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Run?
Yeah.
If
Drake-
it's
Drake-
been killing it.
Drake is at the
Like,
top.
woo.
In reality,
Smashing
Why
all the
is-
records.
he's killing everything. He's the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
He's the top. He's just not being spoke of at the top like that.
Because
But
he's Canadian.
The younger generation is calling him the top.
Yeah.
He's
So-
Like LeBron. Like LeBron and Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, he
he's
the GOAT.
LeBron.
Yeah, he's LeBron.
He's LeBron.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
LeBron.
He's killing them right
He's LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's LeBron James in
That's
the
a
game.
fact.
And you have to accept it. Because
You
when
think
it comes
Drake-
to,
You think Drake want to see Jada?
I don't think that will ever happen because he's not that kind of animal.
Yeah.
He an animal. Shout out to Jay Prince. He an animal and he runs with it like he's supposed to. But one thing I can say about it is like he got better with time, like fine wine. Like he was always dope. Because he was writing and doing shit all the time. He always had that. I never take that from Drake. He's been doing shit since Degrassi. I've been following Drake since Degrassi because in all actuality, the dude that I'm singing in the Tonis with, my guy Dyson, he was dating this girl named Andrea at the time, years ago. And Andrea is on the TV show on Degrassi. And in the I'm Upset video. She's in it when they go and do the Degrassi reunion,
Yeah.
and that's her on the side of Drake with the teeth and shit with it. So Andrea was going with my guy, and Andrea told me about Drake. She told me, she was like, "You gotta meet my boy Drizzy." They didn't call him Drake, they called him Drizzy. And she was like, "You gotta meet my boy Drizzy. He's on the show with me. He plays Jimmy." I said, "The dude in the wheelchair?" She's like, "Yeah, his music is really out of control. He's like, he's gonna kill the game." And this was before we even heard him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when he first dropped and got with Young Money, Cash Money, when the first shit ever happened, she was like, "This is him," and I was like, "Wow." So the opportunity was like always there, but I didn't know. She was like, "You got to meet him. I want to introduce him." And I was like, when we can and all that.
Yeah.
I never really got that chance. And sometimes I beat myself up like, damn, I could have already, tapped in with Brody a long time ago. But Drake is Drake.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
It's undeniable. Yeah.
When you say hip hop, you gotta say Drake.
Drake, yeah.
You can't say it without saying Drake. You can't even talk about top MCs without saying Drake.
Yeah.
Because lyrically, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He's talking rhyming to you. To me, he's like a Canadian E40. The way he just talks to you. Because he talks in his rhyme. I remember when, you know what I'm saying? He talks like, hey, a lot of people told me that Drake makes music for sorority girls and college girls in college. Because he talks about it. I remember Melissa, before she went to college, we was at the bar mitzvah. Like the way he talks to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Stories
and situations.
But he's good at it.
Yeah.
He's so good, it's ridiculous.
Clever, witty, like all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, some people can hate him because he's light-skinned. Some people Some people,
Because he's Canadian.
some people can hate him because he's cocky and the way he holds himself. You know what I'm saying?
And the
You know
fact
what
that
I'm
he
saying?
sings too. He get hate because of that too.
Nigga sing.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And he
And I
can,
never
and
got
he can
that.
hold a little note. He can hold a little note.
Yeah.
I you know, I get that to him. He can hold a little note. You know
I
what
see
I'm
you.
saying?
I heard you say a little note like 3 times. A little note. You know what I'm saying? You on your Tony shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying, I ain't taking nothing from the man. I'm just saying that,
He makes it happen.
you know,
Yeah.
I give it to Drake because he's like Superman.
Yeah.
Like
Right
That's a
now.
literally,
fact.
Right
Right now.
now.
Yeah.
he's Superman of hip hop. He's Superman of hip hop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And anything that comes at him, he just demolishes. Like
And he
literally.
show
So
love. That's one thing I respect
that's the
about
other
Drake.
thing. He
Like
does
he
show
know
love.
his star power, so he'll hop on a record with a Young Blue. He'll hop on
Yeah.
a record with
Yeah.
Lil
Right.
Durk. He'll hop on
Right.
a record
With
with
Right.
Future when he was first coming
Right.
out.
Right.
With Migos,
Right.
like artists that's
Right.
coming up, because he know
Right.
that me being on
Right.
your record is gonna help take you to
It's going
another
to help
level.
you.
Right.
Yep.
And he always do that. He
Put
keep
money in
that
your
shit
Shout,
free.
pocket.
shout out to Migos too. We love the Migos.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fact. They
Offset,
legends
Quavo,
too.
Take
Yeah.
Off. Yeah,
Yeah.
they the Beatles. They the
Yeah.
Beatles in hip hop. I don't care
Yeah,
what
that's a
nobody
fact.
say. They the
Oh
Beatles.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
the Beatles. They're the Beatles. Migos is the Beatles.
Yeah.
They're the new Beatles. They're Beatles. Absolutely.
Yeah, legends.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Ric
Yeah.
Flair drip.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, come on, bro. Like, like, but yeah, like I said, man, you know, if we was to change hip hop, I'd have a department for those overlooked talents, those real ones,
Yeah.
those real artists that really deliver. That when you play them, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. I got a dude right now that I rock with. I've been rocking for years. Been rocking with him, and he just bought himself a new studio. Got him a studio in his house and everything. He's just getting back active, and he's phenomenal. It's unbelievable how good he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I've never tooted a person horn, but this motherfucker, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out to Christopher Wallace's son too. I mean, to Big Pun's son. He's ridiculous.
Oh, he's a monster.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers is out of
Oh
control.
yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
monster.
He's
Been
out of
crazy.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
out of
that's a
control.
fact.
And the crazy thing is, over the years, he didn't got phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because when he first came on the scene, he was okay. He punched son and everything, and then all of a sudden, he just went in the puns bag. It's almost
Yeah, it
like
went to his
Tapped in.
his
bag. Yep.
son's dad. It's
He
almost
went
like
on
he went
Sway.
to his
He
dad.
went on Sway and destroyed it.
Word up.
Man, yo. Like, that's when I went around the time when I got in tune with him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And, yo,
Right.
he went on Sway and destroyed it. Like
Bro.
with the
Shout out
yo.
to my boy Locksmith too. Another one.
Man, come
Oh, yeah,
on,
Locksmith.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, man. Like what are we doing? Locksmith is a beast.
He's a monster.
He's
Yeah.
a monster.
Locksmith to me is the Jada Kiss of the Bay. Just you can't go in there and step in with him on that. He's just built for that.
Yeah.
Lock has been like that since the beginning. Since he was in his group with Left. It was Locksmith and Left. And they was what was the name of their group? Cousin.
I forgot the name of that girl.
What was Locksmith group, man? Oh my God, I'm hella mad. I can't remember right now. Frontline.
Yeah, that's it.
Frontline. Yeah. Shout out to them boys, man. But shout out to my boy Locksmith is.
They was killing that shit.
He's a lyrical genius, dude.
Yeah, Locksmith a legend.
Every time you hear him, it's like
he's a lyrical legend.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
shout
bars.
out Supernatural. I don't rhyme with Supernatural for hours. That's my guy. You feel me? See, when you say certain guys like this, then you know the caliber of MC you dealing with. If you can sit in a room and rhyme with dudes like this and hold your own, then we could talk.
It ain't nothing else to talk about.
Other than that, you just making music for the culture and people are loving it and hopefully they're loving it. I'm gonna make that shit. I'm gonna give you that shit. You want some trap? I'm gonna give you some bars over that. Shout out T.I., another super lyrical MC from the South. To me, he was always the Jay-Z of that whole Atlanta. Niggas can't T.I. is
T.I.
lyrically
got
bar.
bars.
He's that
He
dude.
always was.
He's
He
that
always
dude.
had.
That's why his son is ridiculous. That's why his
Mhm.
son is gonna take the
Yeah.
reins.
The
You feel
money,
me?
yeah,
Go take it and
Yeah.
run.
Super
Yeah.
raw.
yeah,
Super raw.
yeah.
Super raw. They got
You
a
know
song
who else
together.
was dope that I think a lot of
Who?
people slept on? Ludacris.
Oh, Luda.
Luda was
Man.
dope.
Luda.
Bars. I'm talking about
Luda
just
was
the
Yeah,
dope.
Luda
bars.
got
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah.
Luda got
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying?
Luda got
Yeah.
bars.
Andre
Andre
3000
3
got
Three
bars.
thousand
Yeah,
got bars.
yeah. 3 Stacks got bars too.
Bars.
Andre,
Stacks got
I don't
bars
know if
too.
he still is. He used to be
That's right.
nasty with the MP too. He was nasty with the MP.
Nasty
Nasty.
raw. Andre got bars, bro. I was just listening to him. Rick Ross got bars.
Yeah, Ross
Niggas
got
not
bars
sleeping
too.
on Ross. Ross got bars. Ross pins
Yeah,
his shit.
Yeah.
Ross got
Wow,
bars
Ross
too.
pins his shit. Pins his shit, bro. Like I that boy nice. You
Yeah.
feel me? These are dudes I was listening to get me through. You feel me?
Mhm.
Oskino from the whole little squad of state property.
Oh yeah,
Oskino and
Oskino.
Oskino.
He's trying to come back. He's trying to come
he
back.
is. He got some
He's trying
shit.
to
I've
come
been
back. Yeah.
listening.
Oskino.
I
I was
heard.
like, okay,
I was
Skino.
listening. Big Wall. I sent you some of his new videos. I broke
Then
them
you
boys in Philly on the radio with
Yeah.
okay? Then you got
105.9. The Peak.
then you got PD Crack, another one.
Yeah,
You
Pete
got
Crack.
you
Petey
Yeah.
got you
Crack.
got
You got
Indy.
Chris and Neat.
you got Chris
Freeway.
Chris.
Freeway.
Come on, bro. And niggas don't like real shit. Chris was pinning for Jay.
Chris was definitely pinning for Jay.
Yeah.
Chris was
Yeah.
Stop
definitely pinning.
playing.
I heard
Yo,
something of
We ain't
that.
gonna
It's
talk
funny
about
that you
man.
said
Come
that,
on,
bro. I was just listening to that Freeway on Oskino Spots that Freeway bring the foot to your front porch. You know what I'm talking about? That first album, Freeway first album was a classic. He got
He was
swept up
on
under that.
everything.
He
Free
got
was on
swept up under
everything.
that Get Rich or Die Trying album. Everybody got swept up when 50
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
first Freeway album
Yeah.
was a classic.
Was out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a
He was
classic.
coming.
His second album
was
wasn't bad and it got overlooked.
Right.
He had a couple
Yeah,
of
it
hits
did.
on it.
Yeah,
But
it did.
Jay
was
Yeah,
having
wasn't putting
hits.
he wasn't helping him market. He wasn't getting no market.
exactly.
Freeway was
That's what
having
it
hits.
is. A lot of this shit do be marketing. That's why
Because
me and
Jay
my
used to
cousin.
let them go in the studio and he wouldn't help them. It's your project, you go do it, and that's that. You know,
Yep.
if you got me on the track, I'll jump in, do my bars, and I back out.
Right, while
Yeah.
he in Mount Vernon working on his shit.
Yeah.
Working on
It
his
was tough love. It was tough love at Rockefeller. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was tough love.
I know it because when I was talking to Kenny and Kenny from Chris Stone with Allen, I was around both of them. I was in Atlanta with Allen making records, and I was with Kenny in LA. And I remember they was telling me when they was, every time they was like, we was playing shit for Jay and how he was, just the energy that he was. He was like, man, Jay don't, but Jay know if something that he like and it's something that he still feel like he could profit off, he gonna rock with it.
He gonna rock with it.
So people have to know how to deal with certain individuals. I be having dreams. I'm around Jay, so I know it's gonna happen somewhere in the near future that me and him we're gonna finally tap, and I'm gonna be like, I'm that kid. All the years that you was listening to through different artists that you was dealing with, and they was bringing you my music. That was me. You know what I'm saying? So when that ever happens, you know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. If it can never happen, that would be beautiful to happen. If it happens in this lifetime, but just being able to be a pillar of my own in the hip hop community, like I've been doing, that's all I've really been focusing on. That's my biggest thing, and that's what I appreciate everything about this for. And these major platforms that they got now, all we have to do is just push it, just like we pushed everything else when we did in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Use that mind state. Same mentality.
That's it. So we definitely gonna get you back on the wrap up. And 2K, no, Frank. Anytime y'all do something, iHipHopTV, address the culture. That's y'all spot. You can drop it off.
Let's do it, man. I'm ready.
Spring off the platform anytime you want.
Yeah,
we here.
Definitely.
We here.
Definitely, I appreciate it.
Man, you already know, man. Like we really appreciate you guys coming through. Like
giving us the
said,
time.
We definitely gonna have y'all spin a block, and not just on no music. We just gonna have a hip hop conversation.
Yeah, gotta come back.
That's what we do.
Let's come back. Come back. Let's do a freestyle Friday like we used to do 2K. Me and 2K go back to the Saturday shows on iFreedomTV. Remember 2K?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna put some music together. Me and 2K Kent, we've been talking. We're gonna put some projects together, man. And I'd love for you to be a part of it too, Frank, man. We got some nice stuff. I know y'all want to get in the studio, you know what I'm saying, and go get the work. So we ain't gonna hold y'all up for too much longer. We appreciate y'all coming through to the platform, man. And a salute to y'all, brother.
Come on, man. You too, man. Keep the platform going. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
All right.
Hip hop.
December of 2016, that's the last time we saw. We did an intervention tape. And the intervention would show more detail about what was going on, how Jocelyn looked. She didn't look like herself. She looked like she had lost around she weighed about 90 pounds. And Jocelyn was roughly average about 120, somewhere like that. Wow. She looked totally different. And it really tore my heart up to see my daughter look that way.
You think you've heard the truth. You think you know it all. But you haven't heard anything until you hear Tim Savage's side of the story. On the next Let's Talk with Bigg and Lizette, we sit down with Timothy Savage, Jocelyn's father, to get his side of the story. Be sure to tune in. Is there anything you want to say to your daughter?
Yeah. One thing I want to say to my daughter.
You know, Palaka Namaho covers such a scope and a vast, been so many places. I mean, he's like a 3-4 hour shows, you know, by himself.
A double line. And, you know, if it wasn't for the martial art and my teachers and stuff at his side, I think I would have been one of those troublemakers that would have ended up on the other side of the law. Take that in, you're late. So, you know, I'm stuck. And you got to give up your seat. And the guy goes, oh, and then he just tells me, he goes, okay, you know what? He goes, anytime you want to meet me outside. And I'm like, all right.
Wow. I was asked again to be a part of the healing arts at Legacy, massaging your hands. And that was an interesting thing of finding out how the blood starts to flow into the hands, the color of the blood going into the hands, and actually being able to flex and move your hands, especially when you have arthritis. So, long and the short is with that, I started learning to do that martial arts learning to do the massage end of that, and I never thought of it as a career.
So the enlightenment is whatever you believe in. The healing is you basically learning how to fix the body. The meditation is learning how to have focus and concentration of what you're doing. And the physical part is to make sure that your body is strong enough that can do the healing. And so to me, that is the pure martial art. And
Man, P, that's what I'm talking about, brother.
That energy. That's what it's all about, that energy. 2K was telling us, you know, and he came back and spin the block. And like I said, I've talked to Frank. You know, he never came on the show. You know, he's always, you know, got busy. He's always on the move, and I get it. You know, so glad he can take the time and come through. 2K, you know, shout out to 2K. And shout out to Aladdin 19. That's who introduced me to 2K 11 years ago. You know, brought him into the mix, and we've been steady promoting. Like, he used to co-host with me on the show on iFreedomTV. So yeah, we go back a ways with the
man.
music.
Shouts out to the homie Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? He our partner. You know, he the man behind the scenes. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what it is.
Vibes, man.
That's exactly what it is. And definitely a shout out to iFreedomTV, Dr. Richard, and everything. Come on. I'm going to be hollering at you, Richard. We got to bring you on the show and 100%. Let you address the culture.
Come on, man. We need to hear that perspective as well, man. And this is what this platform is about. Bringing you people that you don't know, but people you need to know. Some people you know too, but the whole point of us is to bring stuff to you that can help the culture and elevate it. And tonight was no different. We're going to spin a block. We're going to have them back, and we're going to dig way more deeper into both of their careers and what's going on in the culture now. That's why I love these type of shows.
Follow Frank. Follow 2K, always dropping something new, always on the mixtape circuit. You know, I mean, so that's follow him, and I mean, man, that's Young NAZ, 2K, Frank STICKEMZ, you know, Big Wall, you know, everyone follow him in that thing, man. Get on that music, man. You can't lose. That's like Frank say, he can't lose. You can't lose.
He can't lose, and we can't lose. You know what I mean? So like, comment, subscribe, join the culture game. So anytime we drop any kind of content, you'll be the first one to get it. We already know time is something that you can't get back. So we appreciate y'all coming through and giving us some of y'all's, for real.
Mm-hmm. For real. That's real talk.
You already know. But so until next week, I'm your boy Big Wall.
I'm your man P.stock, making it happen. And
this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
Peace.
Van of
the people. That's right. Van of the people.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's what we're talking about. You know.
Yeah.
It is. Right.
Van of the people, baby. I'm here.
Van of the people.
I'm so glad to be here. Big Wall, P.stock. I love y'all, man.
But why are you choosing to represent the people of Southern Illinois?
Well, my reasons are twofold. First of all, I found out that we don't have a dog in the fight right now. If we didn't take this opportunity, take this write-in opportunity to get on the ballot, the Democratic side and the independents wouldn't have somebody that they could support in the race at all. Just by saying, oh, he's a liberal, but think about the word liberal is really like the word liberate, which means to free. Right? Mm-hmm. But if you think about somebody that's conservative and you say they're conservative, you mean that they want to conserve something. So they want to save something. Those aren't bad characteristics on either part. Whether you want to liberate and free somebody or if you want to be conservative and save somebody. I think that we all trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh?